Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. In today's video, I want to walk you guys through an email that I received from one of my subscribers. It's a pretty eye-opening email. It certainly will make you think twice about this whole financial freedom thing and the course you take to try to get there. Mr. Fame, I hope this email finds you well. Sir, you have inspired me very much in regards to improving my financial path to freedom and wealth, in addition to optimizing my financials for the short and long term. I have gone through many trials and adversity which led me to you. I am in need of mentoring and coaching services so I can improve my life for myself and children. I'm embarrassed to say I'm 33 years old and earn $100,000 to $130,000 a year. Currently have no savings, no money invested related to my poor financial literacy and ultimately my decisions in which I own 100%. I was impatient and impulsive, wanting to earn quick money by entering the world of stock and Forex trading, in which it led me to lose $75,000. I have developed the awareness that I can no longer live that life. I am in the need of someone to mentor me, to help me along this path to becoming financially stable and free for the future financially by saving and investing the proper way. I am inspired by your videos and methodologies in which I'm seeking your guidance and mentorship to gain control of my financial path. Thank you. Now guys, one thing I want to say about this subscriber that I like, they recognize that they've made a mistake and they're willing to own that. But more importantly, they're willing to seek out some assistance to help them get on the right financial pathway. Now, there are many ways out there this subscriber can do that. I'm just one of those ways that you can do it. And so what would I tell this subscriber? Well, the number one thing I would say is you need to do a financial assessment. And what that basically means is you need to sit down and take a look at your budget. We know you got $130,000 a year coming in. The question is, how much of that $130,000 is going out? That's the very first basic fundamental thing you got to do. So I would say sit down, let's go through your income and your expenses. And then I would concentrate on those expenses that he's going to need to let go. He's going to need to start over, the way I like to put it. And when I say start over, I'm basically talking about do a financial reset. So if you're living in a house that you can't afford, or you're living in a house that doesn't allow you to be able to have money left over at the end of the month so that you can invest for your financial future, then you need to downsize your house or downsize your living standards so that you can have money left over at the end of the month. The next thing you got to take a look at is your cars, because really your house or your living expenses and your transportation really typically are your two biggest expenses, at least based on the people that I've talked to and in my own personal situation. So the next one you got to look at is transportation. Am I driving cars that I shouldn't be driving based on where I'm at financially? And if you are, you got to sell them. You got to sell them and you got to scale down so that you can drive something that's reliable but allows you to have money left over at the end of the month so that you can invest and get yourself back on the right financial pathway. So that's the first thing I would do. Personal budget, take a look at that income and those expenses and see where we are, if we need to do a real deep dive and financial reset on those expenses. After that, now you're living on less than what you make. So now you got money you can take and start investing. So what should he be investing in? I would allocate a certain amount of money, whether that be $1,000 or $2,000 a month, and I would put a plan in place, a plan to invest that $1,000 to $2,000 a month in index funds that track the S&P 500. Why? Because that's going to give me the broadest of the very best 500 companies in America, right? And that's going to be over all industries. Also, I need growth. If you remember, he has zero saved, zero invested. So he needs to have growth at 33 years old. He needs to give himself 20 years, and that's all I would be doing. $1,000 to $2,000 a month, dumping it into index funds that track the S&P, because I'm looking for growth. Now, what would the investment vehicle be? Well, I would recommend 3 different types of investment vehicles. Number one, if the company that he works for offers a 401k, bam, automatically I would be doing that pre-taxed investment through the 401k so I can get the company match. So if the company says, look, we'll give you a 4% match, but you got to at least put 6% in, then that's what I would do. That's number one. The second thing I would do, depending upon if he's married or not, I would certainly look to get a Roth IRA, because I believe his adjusted gross income is a lot less than what the threshold is for, even if he's single, it's less than the threshold. So his adjusted gross income, based on that, he should be able to fully fund a Roth IRA. Since he's under 50 years old, he can put $6,000 a year in that one. And then the third one, I would create a taxable brokerage account whereby I would mimic the pre-taxed 401k and the after-taxed Roth IRA, and then I would put the same index funds that track the S&P 500 in that taxable brokerage account as well. And then once I get those, all 3 of those going, and I'm investing $1,000 to $2,000 a month, and the reason I'm saying $1,000 to $2,000 a month is he's making $130,000 a year. So he's making great income. He can afford to do that if he gives up some of these unnecessary things in his expenses. Because what I've found is when people are making that type of money and they don't have any investments, they're really spending more money on things that they shouldn't be spending it on. So I think he can create $2,000 a month. That's where I would put it. Then once that's going, I would put that on what I call autopilot. For the next 20 years, from 33 to 53, that's what he'll need to do. And if he does that, he'll have a couple $1 million by the time he's in his mid-50s. Just doing that and nothing else. But now if he wants to get even more aggressive, my recommendation would be figure out a way to throw in a couple of side hustles, where when you're done with your 9 to 5 or your company job, you have some time where you can create another skill set that you can create more money. And if you can do that, $1,000 to $2,000 a month doing that from a side hustle, then he has an option to go ahead and start investing in real estate as a long-term wealth building asset as well. So I would do financial markets through index funds that track the S&P, because he's so young and he has a long investment horizon, 20 years. That's what I'd be investing in for growth, right? And then from there, I create additional streams of income so I can throw off $1,000 to $2,000 a month extra above and beyond my 9 to 5 income. And then I would take that money and store it away until I got enough to put a 20% down payment on a piece of real estate. And I would just duplicate that process every 2 years until I had $1 million to $1.5 million in real estate. And for the first 10 years, he should accumulate 3 to 5 properties depending upon where he lives. And when I say properties, I'm talking about single family homes. And then after that, you would take the second half of that 20-year time frame. The first 10 years, you would accumulate the properties. The second 10 years, you would focus on paying down the mortgages you had to take out in order to purchase the properties. So at the end of 20 years, he's going to have $1 million to $1.5 million in real estate paid off with full cash flow coming in from rental income And he's going to be probably in that $1.5 million to $2 million in the 401k, Roth IRA, taxable brokerage account side. Guys, you gotta do something if you want to change things in your financial life. It's not going to fall out of the sky and hit you on top of the head. You're going to have to make take action. You're going to have to jump in and find a way to get yourself turned around financially, just like this subscriber is trying to do. Well, if you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to the channel, share the video, and smash that like button for me. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing greatness, never stop believing in yourself, and I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace. If you want 2 free stocks, click on that link in the description box of the video, and Webull is going to give you 2 free stocks when you open a new Webull brokerage account. Deposit $5 in that brokerage account. They're going to give you 2 free stocks valued up to $2,300.
Today's video is sponsored by my company, RF Financial Consulting. And in my company, I work with individuals just like you through financial mentoring and coaching sessions. And in those 1-hour sessions, we talk about strategies to help you get to your financial freedom, whether it be through real estate investing, stock market investing, creating additional streams of income, credit card arbitrage, or starting and growing a business. If that's something that you might be interested in, there's an email address in the description box of the video. Send me an email and let's discuss if I'm the right fit for you.